Hi everyone, and welcome back to Mindfulness with Alison. So today I wanted to go through a short practice with you where we're going to use our breath. But before that, I just want to talk about a lot of the most common questions, I suppose, that I'm asked before I teach a class. So this is where I teach. This is my meditation room. This has always been my dream to have my own room where I teach meditation. So it's such a pleasure to do classes here most evenings during the week. I am sitting like this now, which is the posture that you usually see. If you Google an image, what does someone look like when they're meditating, you'll usually find this posture. You do not have to sit this way. The most important thing is that you're comfortable during meditation. So sit on a chair, get yourself comfortable. Have your posture so that, yes, your back is upright, but it's not rigid. Like, we don't want to be too stiff in our body, which is also causing stress in our body. So relax a little bit. If your back needs support, that's perfectly okay to do that. If you want to stretch your legs out in front as well and you're uncomfortable and you do want to sit in the ground, all of this is perfectly okay. If you're really tired at night and you'd like to follow some of the practices we're going to do, lie down in bed. The reason why I sit up every morning to do my practice is because if you're tired, there's a tendency you might fall asleep. And we're going to cover all of these things in other videos as well, because if you find that you're nodding off all the time during meditation, A, perfectly okay, B, probably your body telling you that you're tired. So maybe listen and maybe look at your lifestyle and where you can cut down on, where you're doing too much or maybe burning the candle at both ends. But lots of videos on that coming up. So for me, I like to just sit in a comfortable position, and you don't have to sit for a very long extended period of time. The trick with bringing a daily practice into your life is to start small, be consistent. That's the most important thing. So for years and years, I used to go to my meditation classes in New York, and they'd be an hour and a half long on a Tuesday and a Thursday. And then I used to do long retreats at the weekends where I would be in silence. And then, of course, what did I do? I went back to New York, went back to my old life, went back to partying, and I was like, why is this not working? Like, why do I still not feel great? It was because it wasn't overflowing into my everyday life. So what I was doing was showing up to my classes, but not showing up every day in my daily life. So what I learned over time was when I started to meditate during my pregnancy, I really took care of myself better than I've ever taken care of myself before. Primarily because it wasn't about me, it was about the little baby inside of us. Generally, most of us are better at showing up for other people than we are for ourselves. So during my pregnancy, I started meditating every day. And what I noticed was that it was the consistency of showing up every single day that made a massive difference. So start small, okay? Be realistic with what you're actually able to do. If you don't have a spare hour in the morning and you say to yourself, I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to meditate for an hour before I go to work, you're probably just not going to do that. Let's be honest. Who has an hour in the morning? So what I do is I wake up and I come in and I sit down and I give myself 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how busy my morning is. It is a beautiful way to start your day. It's lovely to start your day with intention. So, you're kind of giving a message out to the world of, this is how I want to show up in the world today. I intend to remain open and curious and inviting to whatever comes my way. It's also a little bit to tell your brain, what you would like it to notice in the world. And then that's the feedback you get. So today we're just going to do a really simple practice. We're going to just use our breath as a support, and what we say a lot in meditation is as an anchor, and what that terminology means is something to bring our attention back to all the time. So if you find that your mind is wandering all the time, that is perfectly normal, it is perfectly okay, and everybody's mind does the same thing. So please know that, don't be hard on yourself if you're thinking, oh, my mind's carried me away again. My mind's carried me away again. Everybody's mind carries them away again and again and again. So the trick is that we're going to catch ourselves. And every time we catch ourselves, we very, very gently bring our attention back to our breath again. But don't worry, because I'm going to be guiding you through this today. So I've got your back. So all I want you to do is get comfortable. And you can place your hands, if you're sitting on a chair, just place your hands on your lap. You know, if you're sitting like me, just place your hands where you feel comfortable. And if it's comfortable for you, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes now. And if not, you can just lower your gaze. And I just want you to settle. Just settle into your body. And I just want you to bring your attention to the tip of your nose, just above your upper lip. And we're very simply just going to watch our breath here. Become an observer of our breath as it moves in and out of our body. And just notice your breath. Become curious about it. Does it feel light? Does it feel heavy? Maybe you can barely feel it at all. And there's no right or wrong way to breathe here. We're just very simply observing our breath as it is in this moment. And if you find that your mind is wandering, that's okay. We just go, whoops, there I go again. And very gently bring our attention back to our breath again. And just allow your breath to bring a sense of settling into your body. And start to follow it on its journey as it goes into your body. And begin to notice where you can feel it most. A lot of people feel it in a chest area, or in their abdomen, or indeed in their throat area. And lightly place your attention on where you can feel your breath. And just be with your breath there for a few moments. Now we're going to bring our attention back to the tip of our nose again. And then begin to observe our breath as it enters and leaves our nostrils. And if the mind has wandered and the mind feels busy, that's okay. Just observe this and think, whoops, there I go again, thinking, and just very gently bring yourself back to your breath again. So our practice shows us that we can start over again and again at any given moment. And this is a reminder that we can do this in our day-to-day life as well. We can always make a different choice and start over. Continuing to watch your breath as it enters and leaves our body. just very gently come back into the room and into your awareness, and just move your fingers and your toes. Give your body a stretch if you like. And that's a very, very simple practice. And all we're doing is we're bringing our attention back to the breath again, back to the breath. And in the coming weeks, I'm going to be going through so many different practices with you where we'll be using sound, we'll be using a body scan in many, many different ways. So don't worry if you think, oh, I'm not sure if the breath is for me, because it's about finding what's right for you and what feels right for you. So even if you just did a minute every morning, where you just took a minute to yourself and brought your attention to your breath and just became present in your body and built from there. So what's the trick? Start small. Consistency is key. Small moments often, small moments often. Thank you.